Everybody has regrets. But here's the thing about regrets. Unless you do something about them, they'll nag you for the rest of your life. Nobody knows that better than Richard Rawlings, who has regrets in the 6-digit range.
I just got my ass handed to me. I'm not in a good mood.
Well, it's all right. It's all right.
He's sold countless cars, but some of them leave a nasty twinge that compels him to get them back. This video will cover 2 of the cars Rawlings loved and lost, and what he did to get them back, where they are now, and how you can see them today. Welcome back to TUNANOCRUST, the biggest channel on YouTube devoted to your favorite car shows. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell before you go on. And for the viewers of the last video who said I was AI generated, bet you feel stupid now. Uncle Richard almost needs no introduction. The man behind Fast and Loud has left his mark on pop culture, car culture, and motorsports. He and the other gas monkeys make cool cars out of old, damaged vehicles. Although the show ran for almost 10 years, the team has since moved to YouTube. Watch some of my other videos on Rawlings and the Gas Monkeys if you need a refresher. It's important to remember that Rawlings doesn't just make cool cars, he sells them. To him, customizing cars is a passion and a business. His job is turning trash into profitable treasure. And yes, sometimes his love of the craft and his need to make a profit clash, leaving him regretting that he made a sale. It comes with the territory. This was the case with the Gas Monkey Ferrari F40. If you haven't seen the video yet, go watch it. It details how one man messed with Ferrari, one of the biggest names in the automobile industry, by proving that you don't need to send one of these supercars overseas to the dealer to make it live again. The Gas Monkeys didn't stop at repairs. They improved it by giving the already fast car even more speed, among other things. The car sold for a decent price, but not enough at auction, got confiscated by the US government, then got put up for auction again, and Rawlings did not win. I'm not going to get into the full details in this video, but Rawlings regretted selling that custom job. It was part of car culture history to many people. David had slain Goliath. Rawlings is unlikely to see that Ferrari again. There are, however, a couple more cars with much happier endings and an interesting thread binding them. The Midas Monkey and the Hi-Po Hauler. Let's start with the Midas Monkey, a snazzy tribute to the Uncle Richard's Golden Touch.
Oh my gosh! Introducing the Midas Monkey.
The Midas Monkey has one of the coolest stories of any of Rawlings' cars. Not only does that gold flake paint job look super cool on a 1968 Chevy Corvette T-top, but it was Rawlings' first collaboration with Hot Wheels. Yeah, that's right. This car was immortalized as a collectible. You can get it on the Gas Monkey website. The 50th anniversary version sells for around $30 on eBay. If you want to get you some of this is an affordable way to do so. The Midas Monkey marked the first time Mattel worked with a garage to create an exclusive model.
What's crazy is this is the first time that we've actually let somebody who's not a Hot Wheels designer build a Hot Wheels car. And so to be honest, we don't know what to expect. We're a little nervous about this.
They paid Rawlings to make a cool car, and he sure did. If you think the Midas Monkey and the Hi-Po Hauler look like toys, they were designed that way. The Midas Monkey has slipped in and out of Rawlings' hands over time. As we all know, Rawlings builds most of his cars to be sold quickly after they are built, and the Midas Monkey was no different. It was first sold to a car collector, Glenn German, at the 2016 Barrett-Jackson Auto Auction in Scottsdale, Arizona, who barely drove it before driving it to Gas Monkey for a possible exchange in 2018. The final price was $132,000. The original idea was for Rawlings to exchange the Hi-Po Hauler for the Golden Beauty, but after some talking with the new owner, they decided the two should stay together instead of trading one car for another. After some price negotiations, German wound up taking both the Midas Monkey and the Hi-Po Hauler back home together. The final price was $112,000.
Based on that red line car, I can go to 100.
No way, not a penny less. So he bumps up to 100 grand, and I'm thinking, you know what? I'll give it to you for what you paid for the Midas Monkey, not including the auction fee. Let's call it the 112 that you actually had your hand up in the air on, and we'll make a deal.
Where's good for you?
112 grand. Whew. He thought about it for a few minutes, and sure enough, we got a deal.
All right, I'll go 112.
Killer.
Deal.
Good deal.
Richard Rawlings said after German took both cars, maybe he'll call me when he gets done with both of them. Well, it didn't take long for Rawlings to get impatient, and a year later, he eventually decided to try and get the Midas Monkey back to join the Hot Wheels Legends Tour. This nationwide event gives car builders a chance to have one of their vehicles made into a Hot Wheel. The Midas Monkey is a gold standard for cars getting turned into collectibles, so it was important to get on the tour. He and his longtime friend Dennis Collins showed up at Pit Stop Auto Detailing and Storage in Scottsdale, Arizona, where both cars were stored.
Me and Dennis are out here in Scottsdale, one of my favorite towns to visit, but it's also a place where our customer, Glenn Germain, keeps the Midas Monkey and the Hypo Hauler. And he doesn't know it yet, but I just flew in to try to buy the Midas Monkey back because I want to own it. There's something special that we're going to do with it, but I can't talk about that until I own it because I don't want the price to go up.
And started negotiations back up again, but this time it wasn't going to sell for $132,000. The owner had made memories with the car and grew an attachment to it, but eventually agreed to sell the car. He was smart though, and knew Rawlings needed the car badly, so he agreed to sell it for $175,000.
I gotta go all the way to Miami, Florida. Pembroke Pines, actually. Next weekend, Pembroke Pines is the start of the Hot Wheels Legends Tour for the year. So it's got to go there and then get all the way back to Dallas before I can ever even do what I want to do with it. So I got to take it today. If you'll do it, I'll do $175,000.
That's a pretty good return.
That's fair. Yeah.
Is that a deal? Kick ass, man. Thank
All
you.
right,
So there you go, everybody. I'm getting the Midas Monkey back today, and we're going to drive it out of here. We're going to get it back to the hotel, have a little fun, and then it's off to right outside of Miami, Pembroke Pines, Florida, for the Hot Wheels Legends Tour.
So the old owner basically made $43,000 in 3 years just by owning it. Pretty good investment, right? Speaking of Hot Wheels, the Hypo Hauler was another Gas Monkey creation tied to one of the classic toys. The 63 Ford was given a sweet paint job, but beauty is only skin deep. And oh boy, the Gas Monkeys made a lot of changes.
Right on. Here you go, guys. Hypo Hauler.
The driver's seat is where the engine used to be. The new engine is a giant 520-inch engine from WCH Racing, and several other aspects of this car were made in-house because nobody had the parts. This truck might look like a toy on the outside, but inside, it's serious business. The craziest part of all this is it only took 10 weeks to build. And, like the Midas Monkey, the Hypo Hauler became a Hot Wheel. It's actually kind of rare. The Hypo Hauler toy is part of the Redline Club, a yearly collector's club. Members can vote on new cars to be added to the collection, get behind-the-scenes information, and buy exclusive toys like the Hypo Hauler. There's even a holiday version. Note that it tends to be more expensive than the Midas Monkey due to its exclusivity. So, what happened to the Hypo Hauler? Good question. It was on the Gas Monkey lot as of 2021, but the Hypo Hauler is harder to find information on. Based on the Hypo Hauler going on tour at the same time as the Midas Monkey, it seems like he got that one off camera. It's hard to find the price. He makes a bigger deal out of the Midas Monkey, but definitely sold both cars to Glenn German, and definitely got them both back from the same person. We have to assume that he got them both back around the same price of $175,000 each. At this point, I'd like to note that there's a lot more information on prices, whereabouts, etc. for the Midas Monkey. It gets a lot more press. The Midas Monkey is more historically significant, so maybe that's why Rawlings didn't talk about it as much. He seems to have an issue with selling his more historic vehicles. The Hypo Hauler joined its partner and is part of a set until Mattel says otherwise. Keep watching Gas Monkey Garage's social media for information on when and how you can see these two Hot Wheels legends. Even if they're owned by Mattel or the Hot Wheels Museum now, the Midas Monkey and the Hypo Hauler have a special place in Uncle Richard's heart. The Midas Monkey's journey wasn't over. As part of the collaboration with Hot Wheels, Rawlings sold the Midas Monkey to Mattel. Supposedly, it is in the Hot Wheels Museum, but upon further research, the timing did not quite line up. The only Hot Wheels museum I could find opened earlier this year, February 2023. but a Facebook post from July 2019 suggests that the Midas Monkey left the Gas Monkey lot a week or two later. According to HotCars.com, as of April 2023, it's in the aforementioned museum. The Hot Wheels Museum is probably worth another video. It's run by Bruce Pascal, an avid collector with some of the rarest models in Gaithersburg, Maryland. Let me know if you want me to make a video about him. He sounds fascinating. I don't think Rawlings has any regrets after selling the Midas Monkey again. Gearheads from around the world can admire his first collab with Hot Wheels for the price of admission. Rawlings sometimes regrets selling his one-of-a-kind custom builds. Usually, when this happens, he tries his darndest to get them back. But we all have things we regret doing. What's your biggest regret in life? More importantly, what did you do about it? Do you know of any more cars that Rawlings has regretted letting go of? Let us know in the comments below. Remember to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so that you don't miss the next big thing. We'll see you next time.